Hey, everybody. Thank you for getting here with us tonight. I just want to let you know we're running just a tad bit late, everybody. We'll be there in just a minute. So if you just hang tight, we'll all jump in just 1 second.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So sorry for the delay here. We're having a couple technical issues, but we will get them resolved. Just give us a few more minutes. Hang tight, comment down below, and we'll chat with you real quick on the chat side. I just wanted to pop in here real fast, say hello, show you that we are here. We're working in the background. As always, this is live, not a recording, so obviously there's always something going on, right? But just give us a few more minutes, guys. We'll be with you in just a second. Yes, I'm in my car again, as always. But I'm super excited about tonight's show, and I will get into that in a few more minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into the background once again as we fine-tune some things real quick, and then we'll pop on. And tonight will be, again, as always, be me, Austin Jackson, and Andres Rogue, who I'm super excited to talk to tonight. But again, I'm going to go ahead and hide myself. You guys chat with us on the side real quick. We'll chat with you, and we'll kick this off in a few more minutes. I apologize for the delay, but I wanted to tell you guys for myself.
What's going on, guys? Just wanted to say hello, hello, hello. Let you guys know that we are working on things behind the scenes. We are gearing up for a very, very, very exciting show tonight. Everyone is the client. I can't wait to share the details and all with you so that we can go a little bit further into things. But I'm letting you know that things are coming together quickly. and I can't wait to get this thing excited with you. If you guys are in tune with us right now, what I do want to see is if you can jump down in the comments and let us know exactly where you're watching this stream from. So if you're watching it from New York, throw an NY down in the sign. If you're in Florida and Orlando, let's see it. If you're out in LA, let's see it. We want to find out where our entire community is based at, where they're tuning in from, and we're looking forward to connecting with you guys. I'll be with you guys in just a second.
Hey guys, alright, so just a quick update. I am no longer in my car. I'm in the room now, in the office studio with you guys here, ready to go live in a few more minutes. We're just waiting for one more thing to kick this off, and we'll start off. So thank you for being here. Thanks for doing these comments with us. Thanks for being patient with us. Again, it's been a crazy hectic couple of days. Just to give you a recap, I've been on the road. I've been working with the ATP 250. I've been doing some stuff. I just got off, got to meet through my connections through this channel here. Actually, look, I'm still wearing my official badge from the show. But I just want to talk real quick before we get into everybody being your client, right? I got to work with Jeff Keesley on the ATP 250 for about 14 days, which was amazing. Not only was it amazing to get work right now and what's going on, and especially for the new year, but it was also just awesome to work with him and to see his workflow. It was great to see the online side of things and doing everything through the cloud and all these networking of working through things, through fiber, through NDI, through the internet, remote production going on. We had a production truck that was there. It was just an awesome experience, and I was really glad to be there. And this is one of those connections that I made thanks to the platform, thanks to being here and connecting with you. And there's so many others that I want to connect with down the road and in the future. As you can see, I'm super dirty. I'm got sweat and everything, but I wanted to jump on and be here with you guys tonight and do this show. So I made a little deal with Jeff tonight to come here and be on time and everything. I got stuck in some traffic, obviously, because I'm in Florida with all the the Miami boys down here. No one can drive right, so there's a little accident on the way down here. It took me a little time to get here, but I'm here now. So I think we just sussed out the final little issues here. I'm getting the thumbs up from the guys in the background, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back in the back scenes. We'll do our intro real quick, 60-second little intro here, and then we'll kick it off. And again, thank you for being patient with me. I apologize. That was an intense 11 minutes, but I'm glad you guys are still here, and I hope you really like what we have to offer to you. We will go past the little 9, obviously, because we're late. Again, my fault, but we'll make it work out, and I'm glad you guys are here with me. right, welcome everybody. Holy shit, we got people from Sweden tonight. We got people from Norway, New York, obviously Florida, right? Because most of us in the production team are from Florida. Thanks for being here. Our guest tonight is also from Central Florida, so I'm excited about that. But again, I've been talking a lot in the background. So let me take this out right here. I've been talking a lot in the background. You guys already heard from me. Let me bring in Austin to do his thing, and we'll bring in our next guest with us as well. So I'm going to bring in Austin Jackson. My man, what's up, bro?
What's going on? What's going on? I see that you are busy tonight, still rocking out and kicking butt on shows.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep up, bro. I got to keep networking, hustling, making deals where I can. You know, I gotta be everywhere, right? I gotta make it work. So, you know, I'm trying to keep it real. You know, I'm trying to fund everything we got going on. Trying to keep everybody up and moving, and trying to learn as much as I can, as well as get back as much.
That's exactly what we love to see, brother. We love to see the hustle, and you showed us the dirt and the grind in real time. But you hit the nail on the head already, where you said you're out there hustling, you're trying to make it happen, and everyone's the client, right?
Exactly.
So first and foremost, welcome to everybody on the AB Educate podcast. So happy to have all of you guys here in tune with us. And I'm thankful that you guys stuck around, because we know that things are a little bit late. But the outreach is crazy. We got the Netherlands in here. We got Sweden in here. We got New York in here, Central Florida, South Florida. This thing is blowing up. And thank you guys for always being a supportive community and building with us. And we're excited to watch this thing grow. So without further ado, Omar, give us some background, and let's bring in tonight's guest. Let's give him a sweet introduction. Let us know what's going on, because I'm already fired up, bro.
So Andres and me met on a show. Actually, during COVID, we met on a show in Sarasota, which I had brought out Christopher Brown, our IT Navy Tech Talks. We brought him out to do this show with us, and he was a phenomenal lead for the entire team there with us. Lewis had contacted us for this gig. It was a medical conference, a psychological conference for kids. And it was very impressive the way he handled everything on the virtual side, on the producing side, and just between not even just the liaison between the clients, us, and the teams, and the Zoom side, but he kind of was the unofficial, second boss or the liaison, everybody, without giving the official title. And I really liked that. So we talked about that a little bit, and I wanted to bring him on to talk about how he presents himself to not only us as co-workers and colleagues, but also to the clients and everybody in the room. And I thought that the way he thought about things and his perception of work and the perception of how he interacts with people and just treated everybody was something that needed to be shared with the community, because I feel that if more of us worked in this method or this manner, you could excel your career, because these are the soft skills that we talk about so much here that really, really kind of just push yourself forward, that I think a lot of us miss sometimes.
Beautiful. And I'm loving it already, because on Mondays when we have the tech talks, we like to talk a lot about our skills that we're honing and developing in terms of adapting to new technology, learning new things. But today, we're getting an inside scoop and a dose on the professional development and how you are handling yourself, your colleagues and coworkers, as well as the client, and everyone around you to make a better working environment. So I'm excited for it. Professional development is a subject matter that I'm stoked for. So let's get this thing fired up. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to bring in Andres Rogue. You're muted. Hold on. Unmute.
Man,
There we go.
There we go.
making those kind of mistakes, man. I'm fired. All right, guys. Good night.
What's going on, Andres? Happy to have you aboard.
Brother, good to see you.
Good.
All right. So, first of all, I wanted to thank you guys. I wanted to thank everyone who's watching right now, who's watching it now, who's going to watch it later, and also thank the staff, Omar, Austin, and everybody else at AB Educate for doing such an amazing job at bringing together so much knowledge, so much experience in the field of AB, and sharing it with everybody, which is important. Back when I started, there was none of this. You had to learn from other people. So we're still learning from other people, but we're doing it in a manner that's a lot easier for people to receive. So thank you so much for that. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, I wanted to go ahead and share my screen if possible here. Excuse me.
Of course.
And so today we're going to be talking about everyone is the client. And this is looking beyond our technical skill for success in the industry, in the AV industry, right? And just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm originally from Ponce, Puerto Rico, and my family moved to the States when I was 11 years old. But not before I had the chance to start my career in productions at the tender age of 8 months old.
Wow.
So give me just 1 second here. This became unresponsive for a second. There we go. And as you can see there, this was my first show, doing my A1 thing from the comfort of my home, just like most of us are doing at this time. Way ahead of my time, right there. Actually, to be honest, my first inclination toward production did come at an early age, at 6 years old. If you can see that radio right there, I begged my dad for that boombox. It was a Sharp twin cam boombox, and I wanted it so that I could listen to music and also dub my own tapes. And at first, my dad gave me a hard no, and because it was expensive, you know. And after a month or two, I had actually forgotten about it, and he comes home with a brown box, and in this brown box was a brand spanking new in the box. I can still remember the smell. Sharp twin cam boom box, man. And shortly after I got it, I discovered that you could insert a headphone and use it backwards as a microphone into the mic jack. And I think that was my moment where that sparked what would later become my career in production. So
That's awesome. That's already a cool backstory.
So nothing. At the age of 15, I started my career as a DJ MC, and started my first DJ business while I was in high school at 17. And through the years, I've been blessed to be able to grow this company into offering additional services like live entertainment, as well as some rentals as well, such as screens and lighting and so on. In 2003, I moved down to South Florida to go to school for music production. And there, while I was going to school, I started working in operations. I started merchandising at a store and worked my way up through this company until I became operations supervisor. And it was a great experience. This was just, it fast-tracked me. And I learned so many different things, from team management, employee and coworker dynamics, better organizational skills, accountability, and a lot more. And this was another great source of learning and experience prior to starting my career in AV. In 2006, I ended up relocating back to Central Florida and met my future wife at Staples, where I was working. And this year we'll be receiving another baby into the family. This makes baby number 6. And for those of you that are wondering, yes, we do own a TV. But we love our family. We love a big family, and I believe this is going to be the last one of the additions to the family. But it'll be welcome, and all that we praise that the baby's healthy, of course. What else? That's pretty much it. That same year, I decided not to continue pursuing my career in operations management, and I went back to my DJ business. And also at that time, some great friends of mine, which you can see in this picture. I'm missing one of them, who's Paco. I'm pretty sure some of you are familiar with Paco Lopez of Pro AV. Mm-hmm. Another
Yes,
friend of mine that got me into this industry. So at that time, I ended up asking Luis Torres for help, and he got me in. I started as a stagehand. I worked my way up as fast as I could. And after a little while, I started getting jobs as a tech, freelancing and traveling like crazy. So since 2006, I've been a freelance tech, working mostly as an A1, A2, breakouts lead, production manager, and that's it. And this year I retired my entertainment part of the business, and I'm just going to concentrate on doing AV work, production, content creation, and that's where we're at right now. But running a full-time business in the DJ industry really helped me, as it provided a lot of lessons and experience that I've been able to apply as a tech in production management.
So you definitely dropped some good stuff here in the very beginning that I wanted to kind of mention. Can you dive in a little bit on some of the skill sets you learned with the client relationship stuff? I feel like that's something that as a freelancer, you know, the opportunity for that type of knowledge wasn't really provided. So I'd like to hear your kind of your 2 cents on that.
Sure. So one of the things, so basically with this presentation, I wanted to talk about, put together some pointers for techs on skills beyond being technologically savvy and resourceful that lead to your success in the industry. Some techs may feel that technical skill is basically all that you need to succeed. But as a company owner, and if I'm managing a show, if I have 2 techs with comparable skill, the next time that I have to make a call to fill a position, you better trust and believe that I will definitely choose the one that displayed the characteristics that we're going to talk about tonight. So some of these tips can be categorized as common sense, but if I got paid my day rate every time that I have witnessed the complete opposite on show site of what I'm about to share, I tell you, I'd be buying fancy watches and driving fancy cars like Omar Colon.
In my defense, I drive a little blue Honda CRZ. I don't know how fancy
Whatever.
that is, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I saw that new watch you just got, bro. I liked it. I wasn't hating. I was just, I got to get me that one.
I appreciate the respect. I appreciate that.
So if you're starting out in the AV industry, as always with any information that the guys from AV Educate share on here, we ask you to listen and try to apply as much as you can. And to the experienced techs out there, this is a refresher on behaviors that sometimes we, and I include myself, get relaxed on and forget about the importance in our continued growth and staying competitive in the workforce. Because there's always new blood in this industry, and they're coming out to get those jobs. They're coming out to, So the ones that are experienced need to stay on top of the game. So
100%.
So who's the client, right? Very simple. Direct clients, those from which you're receiving payment. That's a direct client. From the company that hired you directly to the end client. Sometimes we have 3, 4, 5 companies in between us and the end client. The end client being that pharmaceutical company or that association, whoever's putting on the show. Then you may have somebody on their side on production. That's a client, direct client. You may have a national company that they hired, then the local company, then the labor company, and then your freelancers, right? Or your company employees. So all these people are direct clients because they directly affect our relationship with them, right? And you also have indirect clients, direct clients is pretty easy to assert. It's pretty easy to keep in mind because those are the ones that are pretty much responsible for you to get compensated. But when we also have to talk about indirect clients. These are pretty much everyone else with whom you come in contact before, during, and after the show. And before and after is just as important as during the show. And also, indirect clients have the ability to positively or negatively impact your business, even more so a lot of the times than the direct clients. So we really have to look at that. So what I wanted to do tonight, I had go ahead and ask any questions if you may have at this point. And then I had a couple videos to share with you guys in regards to this. I got some OGs, and by OGs I don't mean old goats. I mean the original greatest of all time. And I gathered some videos from them, and I want to share them with you guys and then discuss them.
Yeah, no, right now I'm ready to see these videos, brother.
All right, cool. So
I'm not hearing the audio.
No audio? All right.
Not on my end. Nope.
Let me make sure we're good here. Give me a second.
So while we get that running, I just want to let the Facebook community know we're going to run a little bit later tonight because we started late. And again, I apologize for that. These are just some technical issues with the audio that we were having. Obviously, we've sussed through a bunch of them and solved them real quickly here. There's bound to be some. We do these shows live, unrehearsed. We like to do the unscripted. Austin and me, this flows from the heart to you guys. There's no script, there's no agenda. This is the three of us just telling you our perspective and our ideas and what's worked for us in our careers, and how we continue to excel and where we're going because of what I like to assume, right? I like to assume it's because we're good people.
Let's see if that works again. Let's see.
Got it.
And if not, I'll just talk to you about what he was talking about. Give me a second real quick. I apologize for that. Let me go back and see if we can get this.
No worries. So
Here you go.
as you were talking just now, I started to laugh already because we always say things are unscripted. I could even show you the text message. Omar said, "Hey, you ready for tonight?" I said, "Bro, I got more wings than Delta." I said, "We're gonna wing it by any means necessary, but we get it done because the information that we share in the community is so important." So,
Agreed.
That's it. All right, let's see if we can get back on track. Here we go.
All right.
This thing is not responding, guys. All right. So if you don't mind, while I get this going, ask some questions. If anybody out there has some questions, and I'll try to get this back online for you guys.
Yeah, no worries. So right now, from what I've seen on the Iris, has commented here, which I like. Attitude is everything, right? The way you interact with people, the way you treat people, that it's tenfold. It comes back to you, in every way possible. And I like the verbiage we use. By the way, in case people haven't been privy to our show, all the stuff that we do for these events, these are all Andres's verbiage, his idea. So we're not manipulating content to bring you in here. This is stuff that we think this verbiage is going to be what's accurate to what we're presenting to the audience. We're not selling you something else. We're not trying to, bring you in here just for numbers. This is legit the conversation we wanted to have. And I think that this, just what we worded it as and what she says is perfectly what, everything combined under one umbrella, that everyone is the client. The prime example, like I said before we started here, Jeff Keesley, I'd met through the AV Tech Talks, one of the shows that I hosted through AV Educate. Because of that connection and that interaction, I was able to get work from it. And Jeff is a mad genius when it comes to the online realm with the NDI and the remote productions and all that. Especially since he does live sports for everything he does. It was amazing to see the workflow and to get that opportunity to work with him. And mind you, this is the whole point of what I try to do here when I'm networking is I'm hoping that you guys, and I don't say this obviously because I don't want to say it every time, but for the guys that are commenting in the chats right now, you got, Lars Stevens is in here. This is someone you guys should be talking to. If you don't know who this is, I won't, reveal the secret. If you don't know who this is, you should figure that out real quickly. You might want to befriend this guy. But Iris as well. We met Iris on here. Iris and me talked online and offline. I met her through one of the shows, and she came on, and it was a great opportunity. And I hope in the future we get to work together because she is very talented and amazing what she does, and she is super knowledgeable about what she's doing. She used to be an educator. So the people that we bring on here, Christine McKee, I haven't met you. I'd love to meet you though, but you clearly have watched our other show about Zoom OSC. These are the connections that we're trying to continue to make, that because of what's happened with COVID, we've lost, that ability to network and constantly meet people. Andres, I met on a show. Well, we met prior, but we reconnected through a show, which the videos of Lewis, who brought us all together. And what happened on the show is what brought us here today, the way he operates and works, Same thing with Austin. Austin and me met on another show, connected through OPAV, doing the concerts we did, those free concerts we did for the community to get hands-on experience, to get streaming experience, camera experience, switching experience, audio, video, lighting, LED. Like, we brought in communities of guys together. Yeah, it was fantastic. And this is, again, everybody was treated, well, on my end, everybody was treated with respect and admiration, because I learned from everybody. And also, we've had numerous talks behind the scenes, and that's we've been talking for months now to set this up for you since, I don't even know, when did we do Sarasota? That was 3 months ago? I don't hear you now.
Audio.
Oh, Ed, man,
See
thanks
that?
for stopping in. Ed just says he stopped to say hello. I'm on a show and I have to get back to the grind. I'll have to catch the replay. Have a great night, everyone. If you guys don't know who Ed Wallach is, you should definitely connect with this gentleman. He's
Friend that
also
guy.
a very smart audio engineer, very smart video guy, just a smart dude in general. His birthday just passed recently, so you might want to send him a happy birthday if you haven't already. A couple days ago. You might be a little late, but he'll still appreciate the shout out. Ed Wallach is the kind of the helping us run and you know, the main brainchild behind AV Tech Talks with myself and Christopher Brown, which is also part of what this is. And that's more of the hard skill side where we teach technical skills and educational skills, where this is the soft skill side to help you guys become better and freelancers and employees if you're a full-timer or a freelancer, and things that we see that we have seen on the you know, the higher end side, what clients are looking for when it comes to their people. So
Definitely.
Am I back?
Yes, you are. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right. I'll tell you later what I have to do here, but it's all right. We'll talk about it on Tech Talk.
Solutions.
Solutions. So, but that's what we do. You know, we work on the fly and we try to do the best we can with what we got and move forward. So, so I think I got this. Let me know if you hear audio real quick.
All right.
This is Luis Jerry Torres. He's the owner of LGT Productions. He's been in business for over 20 years. If for some reason, you know, we don't get audio now, then I'll make sure that I upload these the right way so that everyone can hear their input. All right.
and we'll share this to the community as well in
No
the
problem.
event page.
Here we go.
Nah, we still don't hear him.
No. Yeah.
I
Oh,
am
yeah, it was
hearing
super
but
low.
I believe, but it sounds really low. It's really low.
All right. Let's see.
We also know a Luis Rivera, a Luis Torres. There's lots of Luises in the industry. There's actually another Luis Torres that does camera op. Same name, different person. It can be confusing.
Everything is up, brother. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, all my levels are up. Let's see.
Two things come to mind.
There we go.
I'm getting it.
Dress code. Believe it or not, dress code I think is super important in this business, especially when you're in show. I have noticed that people treat you different depending the way you are dressed. So I think that's very important in this business. The second one is the relationship that you have with your client, with the hotel staff. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the hotel staff because I think the relationship that you have with the people you're working to make your client happy is huge. I was the in-house AV tech for many years in a very large hotel in Orlando. And until today, thanks to that relationship that I have with the staff at the hotel, now that I'm no longer working for the hotel, people still remember me. I have done shows at the hotel and people remember me and they try to help me every single time that I'm there. I think that you have to treat everybody that you're working with, all the way from the banquet managers to banquet captain, the servers, the setup guys, which those can make your life very easy or very hard. So I think that treating everybody with respect, especially when you're traveling, makes a huge difference. I have done shows all over the country, and most places, when I repeat going back to that place, they remember me and they try to help me. They go above and beyond to help me. So I think those two things, the dress code and treating everybody with respect when you are in another property or anywhere, treating everybody like they were clients, and that will also help you in repeat businesses, going back to the same hotel more than once. So I hope this helped.
All right. So let's talk about those two things. Let's talk about dress code first, attire, right? I got a nice graphic coming up for you about attire, but before we talk about it, before I show you the slide, let's talk about attire. Part of our interaction with people, or the beginning of our interaction with people, has to do with the way you look, basically. And I'm not saying you should judge a book by its cover, but you always try to put your best foot forward, right? Whenever you're trying to create a good relationship with somebody. Go ahead.
I think that was sorry. I think that was my fault here again, guys. I apologize for the issues.
Oh, no
I think
worries,
that
no
was
worries.
a repeat on me coming back
No
in.
worries. So basically, you really want to look the part. The difference between a tech that looks kind of scraggly and another one that's well dressed, it's evident. Whenever if you relate to the hotels, especially here in Central Florida, where there's a lot of tourism, you have your Disney hotels, Universal hotels, and you have all these other properties around that operate. And a lot of them, whenever you're exiting the backstage area, you'll see a sign on the door that says "Smile, you're entering the stage," or something similar to that. So it's the same thing. Whenever we leave our house and start our drive or our flight over to show site, it's the same thing. Whenever we get there, we got to look the part. Don't get me wrong. I wear my show blacks whenever I'm setting up, and I have nothing against guys that wear show blacks. But one of the suggestions that I like to make, that if you really want to continue progressing and succeeding in this industry, is that you start really taking a look at your appearance and making it better every time. Here's my little graphic that I have for you guys. So you get to pick your AV tech. Choose your AV tech. So the first one you have.
I love this. Oh my god, I love this.
So you have your show blacks. Again, that's my look. Whenever I have a 7 a.m. call and I woke up at 6:30. But nothing wrong with that. So, you'll see me like that, like in the first day during setup, or if it's a 2-day setup, whatever it is, you might catch me like that. As long as I'm not in contact with a client directly, I'm cool with it. You know, I'm big. I'm always carrying my tools because I hate having to go back places to go grab tools for something that I need to do on the spot. So I have my tools with me. But when it comes to the first day where I'm going to be in contact with a client, I'll definitely dress up to, business casual. And once I'm in contact with client, if I'm in a position where I'm managing the show, or even as a breakout tech, I'll dress up, and especially if it's for something that like a pharmaceutical company or something that has to do with finance, where everyone's dressed. You should always dress, as they say, for an interview, 2 steps above, or 2 times above the position that you hold, right? So you'll definitely catch me wearing more formal clothes than wearing show blacks on site.
Definitely. My mother used to tell me that from the time I was a child. She would say, dress for the position that you want, not for the position that you're currently in. So you have to foresee and foreshadow exactly where you want to be and dress yourself for that position and take part in the success before it happens. I love that.
That's it. Sure.
100%. Yep.
And going off of attire, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. I've always wanted to record like a little undercover spy cam video just to show this point. Whenever you walk backstage at a hotel, you could be wearing show blacks and everybody will look at you just as another employee, and they'll address you just as another employee. Now you go back there and walk in that business formal attire, and you got everybody back there saying hi to you, saying good morning, good day, good afternoon, how are you today? So the treatment is a lot different, and it's, to me, it's not really about judging a person by the way they dress or they look, but it's more about it shows your status, or not status. It shows your, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to judge people by the way that they look, but it definitely.
I'm judging, bro. I'm judging. No, I want to see what you show up as. Obviously, I mean, if you're judging me, I'm screwed. But
you're Mr. Dapper, bro. You're Mr. Dapper.
I try to be. I try to do business casual. Honestly, I try to do business casual. I hate wearing blacks, but I knew today we were striking, and I was on a tennis court, and it was just dirty and muddy, and I was like, I'm not gonna wear a nice shirt to get all messed up, and then maybe mess that shirt up too much because of the tennis. So tennis has this. I don't know how much people know about tennis, but I found out that tennis has this. It's like a clay that's green, and it's a special type of clay because of the material that it needs to be on for the field.
Mm-hmm.
But that stuff stains when it gets really wet, and it was like there was a forecast for rain today. So I was like, you know what? Let me just put on my nice pants, but like a whatever shirt, and I'll knock it out. So I came in with a nicer shirt, and then when strike happened, that nice shirt came off, and this shirt came on.
So earlier,
but that's almost to be expected.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's almost to be expected with your strikes and things of the sort. But Andres, you don't even have to sugarcoat it right now. It's not even about you judging a book by its cover or anything, because it's a harsh reality that we have to accept. Because whether we want to accept it within ourselves, other people's perception is their reality. So we have to start acting accordingly versus how they will see us as opposed to how we see ourselves.
I like that.
Well said, Austin. I agree. Earlier during the week, I was talking with Omar, and he says, "Oh, I got a few minutes because I understood I am doing a show from the ATP 250," and then he sends me a picture of like, was it a broadcast truck that you were in?
Yeah, the broadcast truck.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh wait, ATP 250, is that like all-terrain production vehicle 250? I must have missed a tech talk that talked about the newest production truck out there. And he was like, no, it's for the ATP 250, which is a tennis tournament. So I
like your version better though. I like your version better.
Yeah, I do too.
So and going off of that is the relationships that you create with people when you're courteous. And courtesy is so many things. Courtesy is speaking to people with respect. It's one of my pet peeves as a production manager is when I hear techs using foul language, And while we're here, it's all good. We're among techs. It's whenever you're off site, it's okay. But even if you're not in show, but you're still staying at the property where the show is going on, you got to remember that there's clients all around. There's people, there are attendees to the show that are going to be there at the same restaurants on site. So you really have to mind the way that you behave, because sometimes we don't think about it, but even our coworkers, the other techs that are working with us could become a client. There's been many times where I have received business from other techs. I just got a referral from Adrian Rivas for business. I've received direct business from servers, from banquet captains at hotels. I received business just from so many different people that I come in contact with. And I feel like if I wasn't the person that I am when I'm on show site, and even whenever I step outside the house, then we really I probably wouldn't have received those referrals, or they probably wouldn't become my clients. So I don't know what you guys' take on it, but that's definitely, to me, very important, treating everybody with the utmost respect. Doesn't matter if they're custodial, it doesn't matter if they're servers, banquets, setups, whatever they are, whoever they are. We definitely got to treat everybody with respect.
Yes.
I totally agree with that. I got on tonight's the Puerto Rican show, by the way. So I'm Puerto Rican. My uncle's Puerto Rican as well, and his name's Richie Negroni. He's a lighting engineer. Yeah. And he's the type of guy that goes into a ballroom, and it could be like, I haven't been in this bar for who knows how long, right? And he's the first, mi gente, come on, but like the staff, the guy, and you're like, who's that? That guy and me hung out one time. The last time I was here was like, I know his family. I'm like, when did you do that, man? We were like here for 4 days, nonstop, like 15-hour days. Oh no, we made time. We hung out. All right, whatever.
Okay, yeah. I mean, my dad, rest in peace. He was a salesperson for many years, and I think I get it from him, because my dad used to tell stories, but you don't even understand. My dad has stories I mean, for days. And at times, my mom and all the kids in the family, we thought some of these stories were made up because there were so many different stories. But you know what? Sometimes we used to go back to the island or just find a friend that he knew, and they would start talking about that story that we thought was maybe, a little fib here and there, but everybody corroborated those stories. Every single friend of his corroborated those stories. So I began to learn that my dad was just that type of person that got along with everybody. He was always very service driven and just a pleasure to hang out with. And he made everybody his friend. And I try to do that as well. And I try not to offend people so that they'll feel like I'm a friend to them.
Andres, you're giving me goosebumps right now, man. José Cruz, which if everybody knows, that's 40 miles away from Puerto Rico. We closer than Orlando and Tampa. And my father was a salesman himself. My father he became a postmaster of 3 different offices in Puerto Rico. He graduated from Inter-American University in Puerto Rico. He looks just like me and speaks fluent Spanish. And he has a conversation with any and everybody. But I will tell you this, he's the only person I know who could call the airline and say, hold the plane, I'm on the way. But that was about relationships and the relationships that you establish with people. And that goes from treating everybody like they are important because everybody is somebody. And he was one of the first people to teach me, you treat the janitor of the building with the same respect as the CEO. And that, if nothing else, will take you far in life, I promise you.
Amen.
100%. So real quick, I just want to go over some of these comments I've been seeing here on the chat side here. Real quick, Ruth Ann Harris made a mention for the future presentation. We need to add a women's section. Andres, I think black, maybe like neck high would look good for you. I
got plenty of women. Don't worry.
My name on the weekend is Alice, so I can help out too. Just let me know. But she meant that in a good way, guys. I just we're throwing it out there. We're having fun. Ruth Ann Harris is also one of the speakers for Feed the Crew. Awesome show. If you guys haven't heard that, you should definitely tune into it. They do some really good talks there that are definitely in line to what we're doing as well for the community on a much better scale.
I'm going to challenge Ruth to come up with the proper attire and come back and present it because
there you go.
That's it. I mean,
I like it.
She'll know better than we do.
100%. So let's go to some of these comments. So Iris Sullivan had said, "I'll do blacks business casual. I don't wear a skirt and heels on site." Listen. I'll tell you, when I put my heels on, they're hard to walk on. All right, I get it. 100%. Kristen McKay, and if I said your name wrong, I apologize. I'm really bad at this. Ask Austin. Same as Aristotle Hoffman, typically nice black pants with a tailored shirt and vest.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. I think
I'm all about the casual with the vest. I mean, you put like a V-neck shirt on and put a sports coat on, and boom, you're business casual.
That's it.
I said same here. No heels, open toes or shirt. Occasionally dress for black tie, but very rare. Yep. I crazy do. I'll do the business, full suited out, man. I love wearing suits. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
my father, Puerto Rican, he said, suits are like lingerie. Like women wear lingerie, men wear suits. Same effect.
And I'll say this, guys. Don't get me wrong. There's guys that are stagehands as that's their profession. So most of the time they just work, the in and they work the out. So there's nothing else for them to wear than show blacks. And I met a guy that used to be an A1, and he's just older now. He just doesn't want to deal with everything that has to do with, getting the show ready and so on. So he just comes in as a stagehand, and he helps out tremendously because he has all this knowledge of his years of being A1. But he just comes in for the ins and the outs. That's all he wants to do, and he wears show blacks. But even within wearing show blacks, you can wear show blacks that are faded and have holes, or you can wear show blacks that look,
perfect. Yes, sir.
Oh, you bring up a good point here, and I got some questions that are coming in that I want to get to. But you brought up a good point that I didn't even think about to bring up. Wearing clothes, and I feel I have a feeling about bringing this up, right? Because everybody's in a different situation in life. But if you come to work with holes in your clothes, whether for fashion or because that's like your work attire. Me, if I'm hiring, like, I kind of don't want you to be there because I don't want my client to see like oh, you can't pay this guy a decent wage to do the job you're paying him for. Like that's what like my mind thinks about, right? And it's kind of messed up because who knows what situation they're in, who knows what's going on in their life. It's unfair. But for me, it's like, yo, if I'm bringing you here, like, put on a shirt that at least or let me know and I'll help you out or something. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm sorry. I feel like an asshole now, but I had to throw it out there.
So we talked a little bit about the attire, and although I feel it's something that should be common sense, I know that common sense doesn't exist. There's no such thing as common sense. So, but what I wanted to deep dive a little bit more into is that client relations, and not just client relations with the person who's paying, but that treating everyone like a client. Can you go a little bit further, deeper into that for us, Andres?
Yeah. So again, it just goes to first of all, I mean, from my background, I like yourself, I was just brought up to treat everybody, as you would like to be treated. Golden rule, one of the commandments, whatever you want to, the new covenant commandment, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much across the board. It's, you just treat everybody like you like to be treated. You treat everybody like they're people. We have a saying in Spanish, esa persona gente, that person is people, which kind of doesn't make sense in English. But when you say it in Spanish, when you use that terminology for somebody, it's like you're saying that person, they're the best. There's nobody better. That person is people.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, so it's just about treating everybody like that. And when it comes to the business aspect of it, again, you'll probably get more referral business from indirect clients than actually from clients themselves. One of the big things that I also wanted to talk about is networking. And when it comes down to networking, you really have to treat those people and keep up with those relationships. I wanted to get a video from Paco, but I wasn't able to due to time and work constraints. But Paco is a person who will he's friendly to everybody. He treats everybody as a friend. And I've learned a lot from him throughout the years. And not only that, to me, it's hard to cold call people. And this is a real skill. And Paco is the type of person that he develops such deep relationships with clients in the broad sense, again, not just your direct client, but indirect clients, that he could place a call a year after, 2 years after you've been in contact with that person. And that person, he'll be like, hey, how you doing? It's Paco, this and that. So he's developed that persona. He's developed that skill to be able to talk to people in that manner. He's always respectful. When we're on show site, everything is yes, sir, no, sir. He's a former Army guy. So I think that's part of his personality, his culture, So when it comes to that, it's developing these relationships that are going to be fruitful in your career, and they're just gonna pay over and over and over. Like they're gonna give you longevity in this industry, because right now everybody's like, let's be real, everybody's looking for work. Everybody's trying to find whatever work they can find. When business is good, it's sort of like you get calls constantly, and you kind of forget about doing those type of things, doing your homework, doing networking, doing these type of things, because calls are constantly coming in. But my next video is from a gentleman that I met a long time ago, another AV tech. He asked me to call him the Guru, so I called him the Guru on the video, and he truly is. His name's Daryl Hollins. I don't know if you guys have had the chance to work with him, but when I first started in, when I was a little bit water behind the ear, Daryl was the first person. I remember, I think we were in Tennessee, and I overheard him say something about, yeah, we got this show coming up. This show should be coming up like July, or let's say August, whatever. And it was a repeat show that he had been on for numerous years prior. And at that point, I did not grasp the concept of, in this business, you could have repeat business. And you can sort of, because of the repeat business, you can forecast your calendar. To me, it was just At that point, I was just waiting by the phone, waiting for a call. Hey, we got this show coming up. This guy was already lining up stuff. Like, and there, as you guys know, there's no sweeter sound to your ear at the end of a show than a producer to come up and say, mark your calendars for next year.
Yes, sir.
The dates are such and such and such. Or when you see the dates on that video are you know, our conference is going to be in in Mexico next year or whatever, or it's gonna be in New York, and you see the dates, and then you tell you, hey, mark your calendars for the dates because you're hired. So let me play the next video and
well, before you get to the video, I want to get some of these questions before we get too far ahead of them.
no problem.
So where'd it go? Christian asked a good one, and if and there's three of these I want to ask you before we get too far ahead. Christian McKee asks, Andres, when you're interviewing, what kind of questions do you have to probe the soft skills of the applicant?
Dude, so I take it back to I take it back to whenever I used to be a warehouse supervisor, right? I had about anywhere from 20 to 50 people under me. Back then, to be honest, I used to hire a lot from temp agencies because the type of work that we did, at least in Miami, when I was here in Orlando, I had about 50 people. When I was down in Dania, I had 20 people that on my shift that were full-time employees. And if production got really high, then you used to bring in an additional 10, 20, 30 temps, 40 temps sometimes if we were super busy. So I used to start looking at these temps and really observing their work ethic. To me, it's all about work ethic. Skills could be trained, skills could be learned, but work ethic is something that you sort of develop as you grow, and the way that you were raised, or the way that once you have your own thoughts, you could say, hey, I'm going to be better than, even if you grow up in a difficult environment, at one point in your life, you could say, I'm going to better myself, and I'm going to look for ways to better myself. So at that point, if you decide to have good work ethic and work on that, and you create good work ethic, then employers are going to see that. So I used to pick from the temps that I saw had good work ethic and bring them on board. And with the AV industry, it's almost the same, because I'm on show site a lot of the times and I'm looking at techs like Omar. You know, I saw him the other day and I said, dude, this dude's all right. So next time I need somebody to fill in a position that Omar can fill, he's a sure person. So in this industry, you get to see a lot of people in action, and I make note of that. And you should see my phone. I type in, in his case, Omar Colon, V1, live streaming, everything. And I put notes on there. And when it's a really good tech, I'll make sure that I put a note on there to remind me as, who I should pick the next time that I need to make a call. If I do have to talk to somebody, you could just sort of see and you could ask some questions in regards to what they do. You put them in a situation and ask them, what would you do in this case? What would you do in that case? And you sort of through the answers, you sort of get an idea whether they have good work ethic or they still need a little bit of work.
That's a great answer. And I love that question and how you phrase it. What would you do in a certain situation? One of the things that I learned from my years in managerial experience is also asking about previous experiences that they've been in a similar situation and finding out what did they do in that situation to either get things resolved or to be able to move forward. And just like you said, I'm often in a tech position. However, I find myself going into a stagehand role a lot of times just so that I can be out there scoping and recruiting, because I only want to bring the best of the best talent to come and work for my company. So I'm always going out there to paying attention to the people who don't think that someone is looking, because integrity, it says a lot about your character and how you're going to work, because somebody's not going to be micromanaging you all the time, but you want to know that, hey, when I'm not looking, this guy's still going to be busting butt. He's still going to be doing a great job. He's still going to be motivating his team and working to help his fellow brother or colleague and things of the sort. So I love that.
Yeah. And another testament to everyone being your client is the fact that whenever you don't have anybody maybe on your contacts for a particular position, or you've called everybody that you have in your contacts for that particular position, and you haven't found anybody, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to call up one of your buddies, one of the other guys that hires, and you're going to say, hey, I need somebody to fill in for an A1, for an A2, V1, graphics, whatever it is, and they're going to recommend. So if that particular tech did not act right or did not display, you know, these things that we're talking about for that other person, then they're never going to get referred to you.
Yep.
So
the techs are going to tell you who they want to work with, and you're like, nah, don't get that guy. He's lazy. Oh, he's always hiding. He's always in the bathroom, and all over. You hear it all, man.
That's it.
I got another one for you here. This one for me is a little tricky, I guess, because I don't know if there really is a line. I feel there's a verbiage I remember used to hear, you know, I'm going to butcher like everything else, right? It's just business, right? Like never make it personal. It's just business. And I feel like the higher up in the industry I've gone, and the more I've met like CEOs and owners of companies and entrepreneurs and other things like that, the more I feel like that line isn't really accurate at all. So again, I don't want to talk too much, but I'll leave this to James Walmensley. How do you keep the line with professionalism and friendship with common work partners? And I will add this before I let you take it away, Andres. One thing I have noticed is that and a lot of my friends are my work partners, if you can keep it professional in the work environment, like, hey, this is your job, you stay in your line, this is my job, stay in line. Like, I'll give a prime example real quick because I don't want to talk too much. My father's in the industry, and so is my family. When I work with my family and my stepbrothers as well, I don't refer them as my brother or my father or my uncle. I call them by their name to not to hide the fact that we're related, but to show respect that this is a work environment, this is your position, do what you got to do. If you're in charge or the lead, I'm going to listen to you. You know, and the same, and I expect the same back. If I'm in a position of leadership or whatever it is, I expect them to listen to me. But there also needs to be a common understanding of authority because of the responsibilities we have for the role that we're in. Not because, hey, I'm being an asshole or a dick to you because of I'm the V1 or whatever, and you're not listening to me. No, I'm the V1. Like, if this goes wrong, it's my responsibility, and I expect you to do the same back and forth. But anyways, again, I'll let you lead away with that.
No, and that's, first of all, that's a great question, James, and that's a great answer, Omar. And in this industry, you really have to have conversations with people sometimes. Sometimes you may be on show site, and I'll tell you something. I'm proud of this industry because I feel like everyone, especially not to take away from the guys that are full time, because they're also very professional, but the guys that are freelance, for the most part, they treat themselves as a business themselves. You know, they are the business. So there's a level of professionalism. There's just that level that's here. You know, it's not down here. It's up here for the most part. But those guys that for some reason step over that boundary when they're on show site, even whether they're friends or not, then you really need to approach them aside. You know, not embarrass anybody, but talk to them, to the side and say, listen, this is the way that I want to handle myself when I'm on show site, or this is, the way that it should be, whatever it is. I feel like the interactions that we're having are hindering, that. So it's sometimes you do have to, I've had to have conversations with people that I felt were just taking it, beyond that professionalism. So,
and I'm going to leave it with one thing here real fast that Ruth says, which is actually a very good perspective. So maybe if the end argument or the end decision turns to this mindset, right, the way to think of things, keep it crisp. You never know when you get pulled to stay on a show. Mm-hmm. I think if you were to write a document that said at the end, that possibility there, like to think this way, that, hey, you never know, because it happens. I remember when I was a stage agent all the time, I'd get, hey, can you come back tomorrow? Or can you stay tonight and do the show with us?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm there. And if I was dressed not appropriate, they'd be like, I'd like to keep you, but I can't because I don't want my client to look at you. And unfortunately, there's meeting planners that's stuff that they look for. They nitpick at all those things because that's their job.
Of course.
So I'm going to go ahead and bring the slide back up here so we can watch the next video. I want to get us moving forward.
And going back to her real quick, not only on the way that you look, but also on the way that you carry yourself. a lot of the times you pick somebody to stay on a show because what you saw in the beginning, couple hours or the first day of work, it's crucial. So, all right, here we go. This is Daryl Hollins with his perspective on what makes an AV tech successful beyond tech savvy.
Hey Dre, how's it going? Little thought put into it. So I wrote a few things down. I guess the first thing going back, my days in hotels as a director, as supervisor, and as a basic tech. My simple goals were to make sure the client has a successful event and to make sure that the goals that they set for their event were attained. Also, it was being knowledgeable and attentive to their needs. So, they typically come in with a program that they want you to have. You being the technician professional on this, you see the same thing day in, day out, show to show. So that stuff just comes naturally to you, but there are things that you've learned, you've picked up along the way that helps them have a more successful event. You add all that extra expertise you have to it. That that starts putting little pictures in their head. You also want to be a partner to your client in these events. It's not just they're hiring you to do the AV for their event. You're partnering with them as to making sure they get everything, like I said earlier, all the goals that they want to attain for this event. When they have another event, they say, hey, I want Andre, I want Daryl, I want so-and-so, I want this team. I was sweating bricks when I got here, and they pulled my butt out the fire. And this is what my president wants us to make sure all of our events moving forward happen in this manner. So, in a nutshell, that's it. They have this picture, and they're like, I want this team, I want you, I want so and so with me. I'll be back in December, or we have meetings coming up for the next 4 months, and your team is going to be the team that's going to be handling it. So that's what you need to do.
That's it.
That is awesome, man. It's such a small world. I work with Daryl Hollins, and we do Autodesk out in Vegas every year. But we missed it in 2020, and I've absorbed so much knowledge just by hanging around people like Daryl and things of the sort. And what he said in that video is the same thing that he always preaches: working in collaboration with your end client to make that overall goal and that goal of success possible. It's just not about knowing the AV, knowing when to turn up the audio or when to switch to video and things of the sort. We're responsible for every aspect of bringing that client's vision towards their success. And for you to come in a collaborative effort, everybody wants a partner who's going to be responsible, is going to be professional, who knows how to get things done, and is going to bring an extinguisher to the fire when there's a fire instead of screaming fire. So I mean, it's amazing, and I love. Man, I'm glad you showed Daryl, because I haven't seen him in a little bit, but good to see him again. Good to see that he's still doing good.
He's doing great. I just got to talk to him. I got to talk to him a couple of days ago, and just like you, I've learned a lot from him as well, and other techs that have been around before I was. And if you're not really picking up that information and running with it, then it's going to be difficult for you to continue, climbing up and being successful, or even if you don't want to climb up in AV, if you just want longevity in the industry, in the position that you're doing, you need to listen to these things, and you need to be able to apply them. It's like you're filling your toolbox with tools, but if you just fill your toolbox with tools and you never use them, then what good is it?
Yes, so true, so true.
I want to add too that Daryl had said some key words that I wrote down as he was saying them. I'm a big believer in words have power, and it definitely, what you say internally, it programs what you're going to do externally to the world. And he had said a couple key words: partnering. he had
Yeah.
said this team, right? So you're partnering with these people. This is your team, right? So you're working as a team together. And I can name a ton of scenarios where the client might have been, hey, I was sweating until you guys got here or until you came in, or I'm so glad when you're here. It relieves me to see you. Like those are key things that you as an expert, right, in your field are accomplishing what you're being paid to do.
Yes,
and I
sir.
think that is powerful. And he nailed it with the way he said it and the way he executed that verbiage. I thought was very good and very powerful. And I want to make sure people are tuning into that, he said, partnering, team, those are powerful things that clients, they pick up on these things. They may not see it consciously.
It's no longer about the individual. It's about the stronger commonality of combining together as a group. And together we can lift more weight, right? So something much bigger than ourselves as individuals. And once we're
100%.
working together towards a common goal and a common purpose, our results are so much better.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I just meant you brought so far two awesome videos into this talk to really just kind of elevate what we thought was going to go on tonight. I know it's 9:15 right now, and people are still tuning in and coming on. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know originally we were going to be done at 9.
Yeah.
We'll go for a little bit longer. But how much more on this did you have on this deck, or is
That's
that
it. So I have
Okay.
one more. I have one more video, short, probably about a minute, and
Let's play it.
It goes. Yeah, let's play it to wrap it up. It goes together with what Daryl just said and what Austin just elaborated on. Putting out these fires and staying calm. We're there to partner with the client, and we got to make sure that we stay calm and we provide these ideas to the client that's going to make them be successful. That's going to make them look good. So my next video is from Mark Eppers. Mark Eppers is the owner of Circle 2 Productions out of New Smyrna, Florida. I've had the opportunity to work with him on numerous programs in the pharmaceutical industry, and I love his shows. His shows are about 2 to 3 day shows, probably 2 or 3 texts, and I don't want to say they're easy, but compared to other stuff, they're easy. And it's just a wonderful environment. You're usually at beautiful properties, and it's a pleasure to work with him and his team all the time. So Circle 2 has been in business, and this is the ultimate testament to everyone's the client. C2 has been in business for 25 years. They like to take a common sense approach to AV. And the company, check this out, the company started because a friend/client of his was fed up. He didn't even do AV. There's not a guy that worked himself up from being stagehand into doing AV or going to school for AV and then starting in the industry. This is a guy that was doing something else. A friend of his/client got fed up with the AV companies that she was using in the past and asked him to start a company, and he did. So he started an AV company just to serve his friend, and it grew from there. So let's check out his video real quick.
Reliability, you got to be there. But once you show up, be professionally calm in every situation. Focus on your job and pay attention, but be very aware of all the moving parts that are around you. You must be able to directly and positively interact with the client. Everybody needs to feel very comfortable and confident in your services. It's always been my approach that it is my job to make you look good. And if I do my job, we are all going to be successful. Thank you for your time.
That's it.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And when you're on show site with Mark, he's a pleasure to work with. And you could tell that the client every single client that I've ever, had the pleasure to work with that is one of Mark's clients, they just absolutely love him just because he's consistent. He's calm. He's always bringing that approach of, I'm going to do everything to make you look good. I'm going to do everything to make sure that the show is successful. And that's really at the end of the day what the client wants. Just for you to put in 110% and do everything possible to make them be successful.
I'll definitely add, Mark, I met him recently for the first time at the Shim show that you and Mia did.
Mhm.
The man speaks truth to his personality. He never once cracked under the pressure. He was never once out of control. He always stayed calm, cool, and collective. Even when we had this like one day a meeting about a couple of mess ups we had that could have gone one direction, he was just there, and the same tonality he had there, talking back to the client, and it just kept everything at a nominal level the entire time. And Andres, you were the same way. We had that meeting, and you kept everything level headed and cool, and the client did the same. And by the end of the conversation, it went from here's some stuff we have to we're gonna back you guys up. You're totally right, 100%. Don't worry about it. We'll talk to the end client. It was like a total 180 from like client wanted to jump on us today. Like, you know what? You guys didn't do anything wrong. Don't worry about it. We're gonna talk to them about it.
Yeah, and that speaks to the way that we need to be able to communicate. And the last point that I'll make, you never tell a client no. That's just gonna hinder your relationship with that client right away. You have to find a way to tell the client, let me look into it. We'll do everything possible to make it happen. We'll do everything possible to find a solution for you. Sometimes the solution might be finding exactly what they wanted. Sometimes it may be finding a workaround and coming back to the client and saying this is what we could do. So it's definitely, somebody just commented, it's like a mantra, and it is very true. It's very true. I'll try to do my best impression of Mark under pressure. That's how he is. He doesn't let it bother him. He lets it be. And he stays calm and just tries to find a solution to the problem. And 100% of the time, I would say he's successful.
Andres, can I ask you a question really quick?
Yes, sir.
So obviously that's a characteristic that Mark has. I've seen you said that you're the same way. I believe in an old school phrase where they say the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. But now let's transfer this a little bit in. When Mark and yourself are able to stay calm in fiery situations and things like that, what is your end result? What is your effect on your group, your technicians who's working with you, all of your colleagues and coworkers? You remaining calm and keeping a level head like that. Tell us about the results or the effects that it has on your surroundings.
I honestly wish I could say that I could stay as calm as Mark. And to be honest, when he says he takes I forgot exactly what he said, but like a common sense approach to AV. He's doing things in AV that we wouldn't even think of because they're workarounds that we see like taboo type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because we always want to have like things done the way that we were taught or the best way, not the best way, but sort of complicated sometimes. And I'll be honest, and I'll take, for example, what today, in my presentation, if you edit the first 20 minutes, this presentation will be beautiful. But I was having issues, and I'm an AV tech, and it's stuff that what I ended up having to do was dumb down the system and go off of this microphone, which I was trying to bring in my audio through a mixer, and also trying to use a video switcher. But there was some conflicts there, so I adapted and try to remain calm and take the simple approach to things. And we were able to have this beautiful conversation and hopefully help some people.
Definitely
with these tips, but. When it's time to light the fire under the crew, trust me, I'll be out there like, let's go. We got to get this done. So I'm always keeping track of the time that we have and when we need to be show ready. And when it's time to light that fire, we definitely need to do it, but in a way that's respectful, in a way that's going to be positive to the team, because the last thing that you want is a tech that's crucial to your team get upset with you as a manager or get upset with you as a coworker, because then the show is going to go sour. So you definitely have to remain respectful. You have to remain calm and do it in a way where it's positive. You encourage your crew. And if you take care of these things prior to you being under that pressure and you create a good relationship with everyone around you, including the ones that are working under you or working in a partnership with you,
yes.
Then when it comes down to that time, you don't even have to ask. You don't even have to ask. They could just see you worried about getting something done, and they'll step in to help out. It's like it's a nonverbal communication. If you trust your crew and your crew trusts you, then they'll step in at any time, and do what they need to do.
Those expectations ahead of time.
That's it. Yep.
That's awesome, man. And you having that good working relationship, that balance back and forth. That's awesome. That's the kind of crews that you like to work with. I don't have to say anything. It's kind of like parenting, where you just give your kid that look, you give them the eye.
Yeah, that's it.
Shape up.
That's the best. The best work environment is when everybody knows what they need to do. And let's say you're building a screen. You know, one person's taking out the frame, the other person's already working on taking out the legs, and the other person's already, working on taking out the mat. When you have a crew that's like that, and going back to everyone being your client, when you build a crew, what my main goal to do is to build a crew that I don't even have to coach, that I could get on show site and everybody knows what they need to do. That would be beautiful. So you need to be that person that's going to be on that crew if you want to be successful in this industry. And all these things that we talked about today, they contribute to you being that AV tech that's going to get those calls and is going to get to work the good shows with the rest of the crew that's just like you. And the show will go a lot smoother. It'll go by a lot faster and without troubles.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And the shows, just for anybody who's watching, they're getting bigger, they're getting more complex, and the crews are getting smaller because guys are running multiple positions. Yeah. So these skills are going to definitely be, a part of your that tool bag you bring around with you. You're going to have to add these in your personal bag, because these skills is what's really going to bring you to that next level with your clients, because you just got to be something that people want to be around. So real quick on just, obviously I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight. This was an amazing talk. The videos you had were awesome. The PowerPoint was awesome. I just want to read some of the things that people were saying here. So let me see here. Great expert, almost a mantra was put in there. Lars Svensson. And if I miss people's names, I'm so sorry. You can message me and I will publicly, restate your name. I'm really sorry, but he said 100%. Ruth Ann Harris, 100%. Luis Torres, who we saw a video of. Mark is awesome. Let me see what else we got here. He's again preach. Here's Christian McKay said the wisdom being shared here is refreshing. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate that. That good vibes there. Richard Bright has said 2 comments here that I want to read out real quick. Yes, too many good techs have cut off opportunities. And as soon as I read this, you guys have someone in mind. All right. I know everybody does. All of you are like, oh, I know exactly who they're talking about, right? The way we talk to our actor on a client or just generally being out from the sales. Thank you for the opportunity to talk. This, I can't tell you how many times I have recommended somebody who I know is good, maybe a little troublesome, and that client has been like, oh no, that guy, no. Even though I know he's a talented engineer or a talented technician, because of some situation they had, it was a no.
Yes.
He could be the best tech in the industry, and if you don't act right, especially around the client, that's the fastest way to get you on that blacklist.
Yep. So. He also mentions here, again, this goes to what you were saying at the end, Andres, here, which I thought was perfectly aligned. It also goes for the client too. We need clients who also understand that we are here side by side with them. Their success is our success, and vice versa.
That's very true. And as a professional, and Daryl's one of those professionals that I've always seen. He gives himself his place as a professional, and sometimes you just have to let a client go if it's something that's not working out with for you. So definitely, it's true.
James here, just thank you guys. I appreciate your outlook of my questions. I really appreciate that. Lewis, again, so true. Same to oh, that's a personal one. Let's see. Work, right?
One of your girls. What's going on, man?
Work ethic is key. Luis Rivera popped in on the channel. Love you all. There was also, I think there's a question that we missed. And again, real quick, guys, we got like 2. I'll give it 3 minutes. If I missed your question, go ahead and post it down at the bottom real quick. Ruth again, amen. Richard's bright. Attitude is key. Great job. Oh, look at this. Great job. All very important information. Thank you so much for that. James, again, thank you so much, everyone here. Helpful, and looking forward to the next one. Great show. Loving the 3-up visuals. Everyone, the client, love this concept. Obviously great talk. Lars here. Thanks for a great show. Very meaningful. I appreciate all the positive feedback. Andres, again, obviously the community resonated with you so much. We got about 20 views, 10 likes. I don't know how many shares we have, probably a couple. But guys, if you want to help us grow and do anything in the future, we're always looking for speakers. We're always looking for talent. There's no prerequisites. Just talk to us. We'll have a conversation. We'll figure it out. Everybody has something to share. Everybody's super knowledgeable. We encourage you to come on the show and talk to us and share your stories, share your experiences with the community. Andres, honestly, man, you killed it tonight. This was above and beyond what I expected. I really, really appreciate you coming on the show with us, and I'm glad you were here.
Thank you for having me, and thank you again for everything that you guys are doing for the AV industry. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Austin.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here tonight, Andres.
100%. So real quick, Andres, we did miss one. Richard Bright just posted it, and if I could just have you answer this one question, and then we'll let you go for the nights. When you encounter a challenge mid-show, things need to happen now. Every second counts, but you always want to be as polite as possible, 100%. What are you guys' best practices when you're in the middle of putting on a fire and you have a client asking you questions? I just ignore them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So for me personally, honestly, if I'm in this situation, most of the times it depends. I'd say 9 out of 10, right? I just keep my cool. I explain and I kind of verbalize what I'm doing. Hey, I understand the situation. Here's what I need to do to make that happen for you. And as I'm working the problem out, I will explain what I'm doing so they understand. And let's say, for example, an old school problem, right? PS902 would crash or whatever. Hey, I need to do a factory reset on this real quick. It's going to take about 60 to 120 seconds. Right now I'm doing factory reset. It's going through it. It's loading through. I'll sit there with them and say, oh, once this is done, we'll be up in no time. And I'll just talk to them and keep them engaged in the conversation and let them know that I'm doing something and that something is happening to go forward on that. Same thing with PowerPoint in a scenario like that. Hey, the PowerPoint file is missing real quick. Let me check on the file real quick. As I'm doing that, I'll talk to them. Hey, I'm going to go to Google real quick. I'm going to click on this. And I'll talk just like this really quickly and just explain what I'm doing so that they feel comfortable to know that, okay, something is being done about XYZ scenario. And most times I'm talking enough to kind of stop them from interrupting so that I can get what I have to get done. Yeah. Honestly, it's a tactic, right? I'm talking so much that they're engaged in what I'm doing because now they're hearing feedback of a result happening, and they're also seeing me do it at the same time. So there's a disconnect from them saying, okay, well, let me not stop him because he's doing what needs to get done. And then that way they also feel sure that I'm not just there like, I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. Like that attitude alone they're just going to be more panicky, and they may walk away and then go complain to your boss about what happened. So that's what I do personally is I just walk through my steps. If they're there with me, if it's on comms, I say, hey, give me a second. I'm walking through this right now. I need about 60 to 20 seconds. Let me know if there's any problems in between that. And I'll just start cracking it away. If it's something like super time sensitive, like the CEO just got on stage and the mic's wrong, I don't hesitate. I don't wait. I just fix it. And I do my best to do it quickly. And it's one of the things that I'm pretty good at multitasking. Yeah. And I try to be quick about it and immediately take up the fault. Hey, it was my fault. I gave the microphone. I didn't turn it on. I apologize for that. If I got to run on camera and look like an idiot, I got to run on camera and turn it on. I mean, I got to do what I got to do.
Omar, can I comment on that?
100%.
I have 2 rules that I always say in the midst of any type of situation that comes up on show site. And rule number 1 is always control the environment. So I feel that your attitude is very contagious. If the client can sense that you're panicking and they don't feel like you're going to figure out the situation, they're going to inherently pick up that same attitude. They're going to start panicking. They're going to get a lot more worried, a lot more flustered, and a lot more frustrated. Control your environment by remaining calm. Second rule is focus on the solution. Be resolutions based. Focus on the solution. Like you said, same content communication with the client. Let the client know what you're doing towards the solution while you're doing it, instead of saying, hey, I don't know why this happened. That shouldn't have happened. And asking them 150 questions. 1, control the environment, stay calm. 2, focus on the resolution and get it done. That's it.
Yeah.
Andres, you're up, brother.
If I'm working like this, I'll be like, no, I feel that your relationship again comes in play. If your client knows that you're doing absolutely everything possible from pre-con and from preparation to make the show successful, then they'll give you a little bit more slack when something goes wrong. Let me just start there. Another thing is your production manager, whoever's in charge of the production, has to step in these type of situations right away, or should, in order to take the heat away from the crew. Because if my video engineer is working on a problem, I'm gonna step in and say, listen, he's working on it. Let's remain calm. Let's do this. Let's do that. Whatever. There's been situations, and there will always be situations that arise during show, and it's our job to be able to handle them. And remember that if you want to keep that client, you have to remain calm. You have to remain courteous. You have to remain polite, because if you mess it up at that moment where you're in the heat of the battle, you're not going to get that client back the next year or the next show. So it better matter to you for you to remain calm and remain with a cool attitude if you want to have that repeat business, and those are the times that really define that relationship. If you're able to remain professional during that time, you'll remain professional at all times.
I love it. Yeah. Andres, one more time, man, I want to thank you for being here so much. The community loved you. We love this talk. If you had one more thing you could say as a final before we let you go, is there anything you'd like to tell the community out there?
Man, just keep grinding and keep elevating this industry. I'm proud of where it's going and where it came from, and keep yourself just getting better and better, and keep watching AV Educate so you can keep getting better.
Shameless plug.
I'll send you the bill a little bit later tonight. Don't worry.
I'm expecting my AV Educate hoodie in the mail, please.
Ooh, say less.
Andres, thank you so much for being on the show, man. We really appreciate it. The community is still saying thank you guys. Someone had said we should bring you back on the show. I totally agree with that. You should definitely come back. Andres, please come back sometime. Very well spoken. My Spanish came out. I talked too fast. I apologize. Ruth had a question here, which honestly, if you guys want, I see some of these questions coming in. I feel like this last little bit here should be its own conversation of its own. If you guys agree with that, just say yes down below or give it a like in the comment, and I will create another talk with anybody who's in the chat comments down here. If you'd be interested in diving into that, Ruth Ann Harris, I think you'd be a great person. Just throwing out that name, whatever. Andres, again, man, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
Thank you.
All right.
Austin, man, what'd you think about it?
I thought it was exceptional. I thought that some of it might have been a little bit uncomfortable, but it's the stuff that people need to hear. Stop showing up to work with holes in your clothes, man. Come on, man. But I mean, it was all gems. A lot of nuggets, like we always say, and it's the side of the industry that there's no written handbook, there's no golden rules or anything, but they're the important things that we don't pay attention to that gives you return business, that gives you new clients, that gives you the referrals, and that keeps you in business. So
100%. Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, and I just, real quick, everybody, I'm adding your comments down here below. Thank you for the positive vibes. I'm getting lots of yes, so we will have to do a show about that. Tons of yeses. I'm just click. I mean, you guys. All right, so we're definitely going to talk about that, Austin. We're going to find someone.
We're going to make it happen.
We'll make it happen for everybody out there. But thank you again for tuning in. Real quick,
number 3, no holes. That was supposed to be.
we're gonna have to write up a contract and give it to everybody out there to use for the future. Austin, I'm gonna play this little sponsor ad before we get in trouble for not playing it, and then I'll let you close out for the night, brother.
Say less. Guys, I hope you guys pay real close attention to everything that we spoke about tonight. In my company, my mission statement is inspire through service, make a difference, and make your mark. I want you guys to understand that every time that you go and show up on work site, you are a representation of yourself, you're a representation of your business, you're a representation of your client, your client's client, and even the end client. So understand that these type of conversations that we may have on nights like these, sometimes they may be a little bit more difficult, it may ruffle your feathers a little bit more, but these are things that we need to pay attention to because your personal and professional development is just as important as the technical skills that you develop over time. So I hope you guys pick up a lot of great information tonight, and I hope that you guys took some notes and that you will implement some of these practices moving forward. If you had something that you thought was real golden, that was a real good gem, drop it in the comments below. Share this with someone so that they can also pick up these lessons and each one teach one. I look forward to seeing you guys, and next week, Wednesday, we'll be in touch for another one. Take care.